Yosuke Chikuma leads off for Team Japan. Left-handed batter in the top of the second inning against Josh Beckett, the 16-year-old from Houston. Takes the first pitch, and it's high for ball one. And Fred, the Houston team certainly started off well in this ball game. They just what the doctor ordered. They got a couple of base runners on. The first one led off with a walk and then a RBI double. Scored a run, and they quickly jumped out to a 1-0 lead and added two more. And that's where we stand at the moment.
Yeah, they did exactly what they needed to do. You're absolutely right, John. In that opening inning, they got a runner aboard early with that leadoff walk, had him running on a pitch, and took advantage of a hit-by-pitch, rallied with a few hits, and they got their young pitcher, Josh Beckett, some runs to work with now, which I think he needs, and we'll see if his confidence improves here with it now.
While he finds himself behind in the count, 2 balls, 1 strike now to Chikuma. And you have to believe also, Fred, this Japanese team is not going to be flustered. They will peck away at you, and they will not die.
No, they're a seasoned team. They see a lot of things happen in their league back home, and they've fallen behind in a few ball games, I'm sure. And they know what it takes to come back. You're not a championship team if you don't know how to come back. It takes character, and this Japanese team certainly has that.
2-2 pitch now on the way, and strike 3 as Chikuma takes a cut, but can't find the ball. 1 away now, and it brings up Washikata, the catcher, for Team Japan.
Second strikeout of the game for young Beckett, who threw some good pitches, and Chikuma wasn't able to make contact with any one of them.
And Josh Beckett looked a lot better facing the leadoff batter in this second inning, as opposed to the leadoff batter in the opening inning. First pitch now to Washikata is a ball, and it's a curveball. He's mixing up his pitches a little better. He did so against the Chikuma. Starts off Washikata with the curveball. That's a fastball, and that finds the plate. Strike 1. Count now even at 1.
I think he needs to do that. Come with the change-up and curveball, but his money pitch is certainly the fastball. He can heat up when he wants to.
And for a 16-year-old, I agree with all the scouting report we've heard on him. He certainly has a lot of potential, Fred.
Yeah, it's hard to believe this kid out there right now played high school ball as a sophomore last year in Texas in the A-League in high school baseball.
Beckett now up by a count of 1 ball, 2 strikes, and that one is barely hit by Washikata. He was protecting the plate. It was a good pitch on the outside part of the plate, and he got a piece of it, fouled it away, and the count still remains at 1 ball, 2 strikes.
And that's what this young pitcher Beckett needs to do. He needs to get ahead in the count so he can come to the pitchers with the pitch that he wants to and not be forced to throw certain pitches when he falls behind 2-0 and 3-1.
1 ball, 2 strike pitch on the way. There's a high fly ball, lazy fly ball, but it's hit high. The second baseman goes in behind first base, parks under it, makes the catch. That's David Hamilton. And so we have quickly now, we have 2 away.
Yeah, Hamilton came a long ways over to make that play right near the first base foul line, behind the first baseman, about 8 feet inside of the foul line, but had a better beat on the ball and made the put out. Out number 2 for Japan here in the top of inning 2.
Now the second baseman, Naito, steps to the plate. Pass from the left side, 2 away, takes the first pitch for a call strike.
Again, starting off with that first pitch strike is so important.
And Beckett wants the glove of Miller. It misses high. The count goes even at 1. And Jones in right field continues to play shallow for Houston. Left-handed batter. And the next one is a really good curveball. He snapped that one off in a hurry, and Naito let it go by. 2 strikes. And so far, Team Japan has not been able to do anything really offensively. They did load the bases up in the opening inning, but that's because Josh Beckett couldn't find the plate. But Beckett, he was nervous at all in the opening inning, has found his confidence and has found the strike zone, and he's got 2 away and a 1-2 count now on the third batter of this inning.
Yeah, sorry, John, he looks quite strong right now. The Japanese really haven't even hit anything hard off him yet, even a foul ball. All have been fairly routine.
And there's a soft line drive over to left field, and Naito just put his bat on the ball, and that's the first hit of the ball game for Japan. So they do have a runner on first base.
I knew I shouldn't have interrupted you for that. Finally, they do get a base hit right after I make that comment, and with 2 away, they get a runner aboard.
Yoshinari Kanaya, the leadoff batter, steps to the plate. And he flied to third base in his only other plate appearance. Bats from the left side, crowds the plate. Naito has a pretty good lead, and he actually tried to bunt his way aboard Kanaya, and he folded back. He had the third baseman playing back a few strides.
And that's something the Japanese simply don't hesitate to do. With 2 away, even when they're down by 3 runs early on in a ball game, 2 away and a runner at first base, they'll put that bunt down. They try and make things happen any way they can, and here we're seeing them trying to do that in the second inning.
Naito again takes a good lead off first base. Kanaya has a 1-strike count on him. And the runner is going. There's the throw down to second base, and they did get him. Close play at second, but that was a good strong throw by Corky Miller, and that retires the side with Team Japan picking up no runs on 1 hit, and they left no one on base. Score after 1.5 innings of play is Houston 3 and Japan no score.
SEERENO-TV. SEERENO-TV.com.